And welcome back, YouTube. Bit of a weird day today. It was overcast. Looked like it was going to absolutely bucket it down. But what time are we on now? Coming up to 4:30. And it's absolutely cracking the flags. It looks as if it's gone really hot as well. Really hot. Ooh. Anyway, you've not come here to watch me talk about the weather. I've got some pickups, but I also had a run-in with an unscrupulous eBay seller. That I find really funny, and that'll be coming up in a little bit later. But strange, weird week. Boris is just about to open the pubs, but what's this I hear that the pubs... 3 pints? You've got to leave? You're only allowed in there for 3 hours, tops? Cheers. You're just going to stand there?
Yeah.
People wondering whether or not to walk past the door or not. I don't know if you can hear the fan blowing.
No.
Not you. That there was blowing its arse off before. No. Right. Alien vs Predator going on in the background. I can't even remember if I had that last time. I can't even remember if I was wearing this t-shirt last time. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to start with the PlayStation 4. Because I've only really picked up a couple of games. First game. If you watch my channel, you already know I'm doing a playthrough. And it did receive a ton of negativity. And it's Last of Us Part 2. Now, to a point I can understand a bit of the negativity because of what happens to Joel. And I've not watched anything more than that, so I don't know what the outcome is, and I've purposely not watched because I don't want to spoil this game. The AI in it, on the girl that follows you around, she can be at times a little bit of a pain in the ass because she gets in your way. But on the whole, I think it's a fantastic game. I think it's a brilliant game. I would also say best graphics to date on the PlayStation 4. Best game to date. Now there's something, and seeing that it has broke all records at the moment. This game is the best-selling game in the UK this year. In fact, it's done 1% better than Uncharted 4. Now, that doesn't sound like a big difference, does it? And I grant you, on paper it isn't. But when I say that the figures that they're only looking at are physical copies, not taking into account digital copies yet. So it's blown Uncharted 4 out the water. And I'm sorry, it's proving that there is still life in physical games. This one, Steelbook Edition. Two discs. It didn't take that long to load either, I was very surprised. But I think it's a brilliant game. I think if they are going to make a third one, it's got to be the last one where it's semi-open world. It's got to be open world, the third game. Otherwise, just don't bother, because it's not going to sell. It's got to be true open world. But on the whole, the graphics are fantastic. Absolutely brilliant, breathtaking stuff. And it's a damn good game. Excuse me. Ooh, wet me whistle. Right, the next one I've got, I didn't realise this was out on the PlayStation 4. I've been watching a few YouTubers play it, and they play it on the PC. Graphically, it's not that great. But the whole concept and the whole game is, and that's DayZ. Now, if you don't know anything about this, this is, I suppose, Don't Starve with zombies. It's a game you've got to really, you start with absolutely nothing. You've got to find everything, you've got to feed yourself, you've got to keep drinking fluids and everything. If you don't, you're just going to drop dead.
Yeah,
As usual, nothing but disc. It's not reversible either,
yeah,
so not to worry. Wife's taking the piss at me, trying to make me
physical
laugh.
copy.
Shut the fuck.
Physical.
Right,
Hi,
I'm going to
welcome
pause it there, because she's about to go and I've got to give her a kiss. Right, she's on her way to work, daughter's left, whole house to myself. Right, picked up a couple of games for the WiiU. You know, I'd like to try and complete that game. Sorry, it's roasting outside. Oh, word. Scribble Notes Unlimited. Looks alright. Matching anything. Expire everything? Don't know what the hell that means. Anyway, complete. And I know I've said it a few times, but you know what? The disc quality on the WiiU, second to none. Feels substantial. It's a proper nice thick disc. I just think the quality is fantastic on it. I've not come across anything else that feels as good as a WiiU disc. It really does feel substantial. Now the other game I got, I actually had to get it in 2 parts because my daughter suddenly started playing a particular game on the PlayStation 3 again. I spotted this and thought, you know what, I'll buy that. She can play it whenever she wants. But then I was looking at the prices and I'm like, oh, hello, gone out of vision. Come on, find me. Hello, mother. There we are. And I was just not having it. I'm not paying, the prices that they wanted. And all of a sudden I spotted it, less game. Oh, right, here we go. Can I find the game? Yes, got the game. Guitar Hero Live. That's all I've got with it. Paid a £5 for that, the game. I'm not getting out of the bloody box, you can get stuffed. Guitar Hero. It looks brand new. The box, a little crushed in at the sides, but the guitar itself looks brand new. And the fact that the person kept the box and has kept it in the box as well, I think speaks volumes. So I picked up that. So what does it say here? 1 game, 2 ways to play. Let you rock real crowds with real reactions. So I can't wait to actually give that a bit of a blow. Go blurry again. Hello. Air guitar it. Why not? So those are the 2 games. Picking up WiiU games, it's just starting to frustrate me a little bit. Because either I've already got them, or the ones I want, they're in bundles, and for what I'm having to pay for the bundle, once I remove the particular game I want, obviously the bundle's nowhere near worth it, and then I'm struggling to sell, so it's slowed down a bit, that one. Slowed down a bit. Now, for my next console, I've picked up 2 of these games because it's for a future video. And the first one I picked up, David, Final Fantasy VIII, not 7, 8. Case is battered, manual's possibly seen better days, but for Folkwed, it is complete. I'll get the case replaced. To be honest, the manual, I'm more than happy with it. More importantly, there's not 1 mark on these discs, so really happy to add that to the collection. So that's 1, that's coming up in a future video. And this next one, paid a bit more for it because I was just getting wound up because I kept losing bids. You know what, I'm more than happy with the quality that it came in. And it's Gran Turismo 2. You know what, the case, very little marks. The case is a proper minter. instructions, and the driving strategy guide. I've got that as well. They look like they've just been cut. Crisp, very crisp, the corners. What else have we got in here? Pit stop disc. Please rub the disc label of the GT mode gently with your fingers. Soft clop. Experience the authentic pit stop smell. Oh my god, scratch and sniff. That's there as well. I can't wait. Get out of it. I'm not having it. Let's have another read. Please rub the disc label of the GT mode gently with your fingertips or a soft cloth to experience the authentic pit stop smell. Do not scratch the disc label. Can't believe I'm doing this. It's been that long since I've been in a pit stop. You know, a pit rather. I don't know what the hell it's supposed to smell like. I'm assuming burning rubber. All I can smell is what smells like burnt plastic. Anybody else ever tried that? I can't believe that. And you know, just to prove, I'm not trying to bloody have you over. Pit stop disc. Gosh, I'm going to zoom in on that. Come on. You going to zoom? No. Swine. Pit stop disc. Anyway, paid £10 for it. I was getting frustrated, so I have paid a tenner for this one. But like I say, I wanted it for a future video anyway, and I couldn't believe. In fact, I couldn't believe either of those were not in my collection. I'd have bet you good money I had them in my collection. So happy to put those in. And the last one, there it is. The last one I picked up is Batman Forever, the arcade game. It's in pretty good condition. I have managed to get one of the labels off the disc. It had a massive label there. But the label on the back, I've just stopped taking it off at the moment. I need to get a Stanley knife and spend a bit more time with it. I don't want to put a hole in it. I really don't. So I'm happy to add that. Now this is getting quite collectible. I was really surprised to see that this was starting to really get collectible. So more than happy to add this back into my collection. Let's have a look. And that's it for the PlayStation 1. Right. We're moving on to the Saturn and my unscrupulous eBayer. If you're not into Saturn, Russ, that's a switch off now, mate. I know it's 27 degrees outside. There's barely no wind. This thing, fantastic television, but I doubt I'll ever need heat in this room ever again. This thing bakes, absolutely bakes. It is so hot in this room. You know, I'm turning into Toot the UK. All I'm doing is bitching about the heat all the time. But fair dues, in his blast furnace, he's got 30 plus degrees. I don't think I'm far off that. I don't know if you can see, but the sweat is starting to build up on me. Right. I should have prepared. I know I should have. So, let me just find this first of all. And I may just cut little bits of this out, because I don't want you lot. There he is. There he is. Right. I'll put up photos. I'm not going to name the seller, because I don't think that's right. You know, I don't want to personally embarrass anyone, but at the same time, this has to be told, because I'm a little bit, well, I say a little bit, I'm a lot fucking wound up by it. So let me just get, here we go, item description. Item description. Now the game, Shining Wisdom. I'll put this down for a second. And I'll put up pictures so that you can see what he was showing. The description is Shining Wisdom Sega Saturn Retro Rare, condition very good, dispatched with Royal Mail, signed for, first class, large letter. Now that was the description. Product details just basically says game name, platform, features, manual. And it has got a manual. And that was it. There's 2 pictures, so you can see both pictures. And first glance, it didn't look too bad. I was happy to bid for it. And I won it. And as he put, in fact there was 10 bids in total, so I had a bit of competition. But I won it. I thought, great, I've got this at a cracking price. I can't wait to tell Eddie, you know, Roller Esco. And then it came through. And I saw the condition. And I saw my ass. I right royally saw my ass. And just looking, right, I can see who he is because I'll go to the messages in a minute. Now, show you the game. Let me show you the game now in a lot more detail. Big rip there. Now, in all fairness to him, and I did say this, I missed that, but it was never in his item description. The back, it's got some sort of weird mark all the way down here. I'm going to attempt to try and clean it up, but there was nothing in the item description. The spine, all there, showing signs of wear. In fact, right at the very top, it's bad. You know, it does look as if it's been under quite a bit, you know, pressure. When you open the game up, let's look at the manual. The manual, and I've not cleaned this, so I hope the guy never had anything. There's a manual. Upturned ends. Feels like there's something sticky, or that it's had something sticky on the back. And what I said to him was, oh, it stinks of the loft. Absolutely stinks of the loft. And he said, well, that's why I was storing it. But it does, it stinks of the loft. Now as for the disc, it's got a couple of marks, and I don't know how well you're going to pick them up. First one's there. And you look at the actual disc itself, there's not one good area that hasn't got a scratch on it. Not one. And what I'll do is, while I'm telling you this bit, I'll show you the pictures that I'd sent him. Now, I messaged him back to basically say, look, I'm not happy with this. You've sold it me as very good condition. Now, because I started to get really uppity. Ebay games. Very good condition. Definition. See if I can find this. Now, if I can't, I might edit about a bit. Right. This is what I emailed him back. I said, look, you've put that this is very good condition. According to eBay, right, and this is for games, and it doesn't really just games, it's for everything. Very good. An item that is used, but in still very good condition. No damage. Item covers. No scuffs. No scratches. No cracks. And no holes. Honest to God. Let me see if I can find the other bit, because I really did see my ass with this guy. Here we go. This is what I wanted to find out. I'll flash this up as well. Now, like I said, he put very good. Very good. This is officially, it's off the eBay site. Very good. An item that has been used but is in very good condition. No damage to the jewel case or the item cover. It's fucking damaged. The cover art and the linear notes are included. I got a manual. I don't know what else is in there. Now it does say, obviously, it then goes into VHS or DVD box is included. The video game instructions and box are included. The teeth of the disc holder in the DVD box are undamaged. Let's have a quick look. Yes, they're undamaged. That's the first one through it. Here we go. Minimal wear on the exterior of the item. It's got a fucking great big scratch in it. Sorry, a rip. It's got a massive rip. It's worn down the spine. No skipping on the CD or DVD when played. No fuzzy or snowy frames on VHS tape, which is fine. When played, see the seller's listing for full details of any imperfections. He didn't list one. So now you can see why I'm arguing. Because he's told me the whole thing is in very good condition. As far as I'm concerned, I've paid good money for very good condition. What I've got, as far as I'm concerned, is due to the age, it's either very poor or acceptable. It's not good, and it's not very good condition. I'll actually show you one off another seller that sold me an item, and he sold it as good condition, and it's spot on. So that's that. So, I go back to him again and say, look, mate, I'm not wearing this, because he emailed me back to say, oh, I'm sorry to see you're not happy with purchase. I didn't hear anything. So I emailed him back and said, look, either we compromise, or you can have it back. I'm not prattling about with you. I really am not. So he emailed me back. And let me just find the email. There we go. There's the email back off him first. The very first email I got back off him. Hi Bill, I'm sorry to hear that you're unsatisfied with your purchase. The game was tested before listing and it worked perfectly with no issues. It was listed in very good condition because that's what I believe it to be. That's not what eBay lists as very good condition. Everybody out there will have a different interpretation of what is good, bad or indifferent. But you're selling it on the eBay site, so as far as I'm concerned, and as far as eBay's concerned, it has to match their description of what very good is. It doesn't even come close. Because that's what I believe. I did not list it as new condition because of the small defects. Small defects. Yes, the answer to your question, it has been stored in my loft for some years. Ah, that was it, I found that. So after all the going back and forth, obviously I started return procedures. Reason, doesn't match description or photos. That's what I put. The seller had put the condition was good to very good, but did not list any defects. The case is in terrible condition. The spine is worn, the front cover has a tear, and the back is marked. The manual is warm, curved edges, and has something on the back of it that stinks of the loft. The disc is covered in scratches. I made my purchase on the basis that the product was in good to very good condition, but none of the above was mentioned. This is in fact poor condition and not worth the money. I would not have paid so much if I'd have known in full all of these defects. That took forever. It took that long. I had to change the bloody battery. I just left the camera running, didn't I? Didn't think about it. Right, found it. So, just to recap. I emailed him once to say I'm not happy about the condition of the game. He emailed me back to say, well, I'm sorry about that. I then emailed him back to say, look, if we don't compromise, you're getting it back. Didn't hear anything off him. About 3-4 days had passed, so I started the return process. And then that's when the bell registered before, when I was going into detail with the item description, what he'd not mentioned, the fact that it's ripped cover, scratch disc, whole shebang. Right. He had actually put, because he'd offered a refund, or partial refund. Now he had put, this offer is only offer that will be made. The item was described from the pictures covered. The scratches on the front, the smell the buyer had issues with, to be honest, is a ridiculous claim. Disc is covered in scratches. How could that be a ridiculous claim? You didn't tell me. It's supposed to be very good condition. I'd expect no scratches. The game works perfectly as it did when it was new. The offer reflects my time, restock fee, and postage costs. Should the offer be refused, then the return will be refused, and the buyer will receive no money. The listing clearly states no returns accepted. No, it didn't. Didn't list it anywhere as far as I could see. The item was sold as seen. Right. Let me give those that are, shall I say, reputable eBay sellers will already know. If a seller comes along, like I've done here, with genuine reason, you can have in huge red letters, no returns. Doesn't make a blind bit of difference. They're going to side with me, never with you. Because I'm the buyer, you're the seller. You've not put or described those faults. You didn't put any of those faults down, not one. To him, this whole game is very good condition, and it's quite clearly not. But you didn't list any of the defects. You must list the defects. Every single one of them. Because you didn't list one, they're never ever going to side with it. Plus, under, is it law? Anything bought on the internet, you've got 14 days, or might be 7 days, might be wrong there, to return the item no matter what. Just because you put no returns sold as seen. I can't see it. I can only see your pictures of it. Sold as seen, as far as I'm concerned, is where I physically see it with my eyes. So you were never going to win anyway. Now the reason why I came out this very smiling is because I personally think that when he made the refund offer, he cocked up. I think he was only supposed to offer me £6.50. And just think about this for a minute. If he genuinely thought that he was in the right, why would he be giving me almost all of my money back? I had over 85% of my money back. I ended up paying less than £10 for this game. £10. If I list it with all its faults, I'm pretty sure I could get 50 quid for it now, if not more. It's now worth a tenner. To me, this is worth a lot more. I know in good condition, this is worth 100 quid. So that was my dealings with an unscrupulous eBay seller. Right, let's move on, because that dragged on more than enough. For the Saturn, and this is the last system I'm going to be doing, and I've got quite a few Saturn games. In fact, just before I do, because I did say I was going to show it, and I'm now having to go through it again. Right, there we go. Right, so remember, listed as very good condition. Ripping case, spine worn, turned up creased, stinks of the loft, covered in scratches. Very good condition. This was sold to me as good condition. Wow. Honestly. Barely any marks on the spine. You look at it, you can barely see the glue marks, you know, that you do get. There's hardly any marks. A little bit of mark there. I open this up. The manual. Pop the turn corner there. It's crisp. Don't smell of anything. I've also got Virgin Interactive Entertainment registration cards. But the disc, not a blemish. Good condition. Sold as good condition. It is good condition. Condition on this, my friend, load of old shit. So, Black Dawn. Happy to add that to my collection. I've also picked up for you Sonic lovers out there, Sonic art. Complete in the box. More than happy with that. Now this next one, I've been after this one for a while. Never could pick it up for the right price. And the right price on all these, well now, has been between £5 and £10 each. So I'm more than happy. The Incredible Hulk. And again, the case, it's in pretty good condition. Barely any wear on the spine. Complete. No marks on the disc. So I'm more than happy to add that into my collection. Next one, sold, wasn't sold as good. In fact, I think this was sold as adequate. Pro Pinball. Spine's got some serious wear. That will need looking into because it'll just wear away completely. But it is complete in the box, and for £4, I'm not going to mount too much. So, happy to add that. Now this next one, it seems to be doing really good money. I can't believe I actually ended up getting it this cheap. Olympic Soccer. So I've got that. Again, happy to say, I really do wish that I made the cases better. Complete in the box. Adequate, more than adequate. Now this next one, this I ended up buying to replace. I almost had a similar sort of problem. Luckily for me, the buyer did eventually see it my way, because the condition I bought the game in originally, it looked fine from the pictures, and it was fine to a point, but then when it came through in the spine, it had a bloody great big hole in it. I said, mate, you've not told us about that, and you've not shown it in any pictures. I'm not happy. So it got returned, and I got a full refund. So I shopped round, I paid a little bit more for this. Primal Rage. I've got this on multiple systems. Condition of the manual is fantastic. Disc, again, not a blemish. Excellent. Complete in the box. So, happy to add that. I can see that at the top there, the little stickers used to put on so you could hang them. Someone's removed that. But we'll have a little touch up. Now this next one, again, this was my fault. I hold my hands up straight away. I bought Earthworm Jim 2. I was happy with the condition. Didn't notice it didn't come with a bloody manual, did I? Disc, yeah, it's got the odd little mark, but that's fine because I was advised that, but I did pick up a manual for it. Manual cost me bloody £5 on its own, to be fair. So I could argue this game's ended up costing me a tenner, but that's still below market value, so happy to add that. Spine, minimal wear, more than happy. Now this next one, again, I got caught out because I was, look at that, look how cheap it is. And I purchased it and it didn't have the bloody manual, so I went back, checked the listing. It does clearly state no manual. So again, it's my fault. I could only find the manual I picked up for £2. Manual has got water damage. The manual has been touched up by me already. And it's going to need a bit more work. And what I might do is chop off about 2mm of the entire manual at the bottom to actually make it neater, because it is pretty bad. But I've touched that up a bit. That's the manual. See at the bottom, where I'm running my finger now all the way along, the whole thing was white. I've touched that up a bit already. I've done it fully because I wanted to see how it would react. In all fairness, I've decided it needs chopping. But that was my fault. Manual cost £3. Light scratches, as the seller said. I suppose it's better to have something with a bit of water damage than to have nothing at all. So true pinball. So that's now complete at least, but it needs repair. This next one, again, cracking condition, minimal wear on the spine, hardcore 4x4. Manual, great condition. There you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. So, you know, the back looks fantastic. So happy to add that as well. Oh, right, we're down to the last 4. So I'll get rid of this one next, because it's just NBA Live 97. These cases were the best cases. They really were. They should have done them all in these. This, no scratches whatsoever. Manual, big chunky manual. Great condition. Great condition. Case itself, fantastic condition. You know, it's close to being a minter, to be fair, the case. So happy to finally get that into the collection. This next one, James, you might like this one. Here goes the neighbourhood. WWF in your house. I remember seeing this at the shops, and I never purchased it back then. But I've got it now. Complete. Manual. Acceptable. Disc. Not a mark. Happy to get that in. Spine. Yeah, little showing signs of wear. But that can be touched up. Now I'll just touch it up with a black marker. Why do you think I keep loads of Sharpie coloured pens? You know, they're my games. If I want to keep them and I want them looking the best, I will very gently touch them up a little bit to make them look that little bit better. They're not going to go anywhere else. They're staying in my collection. People do this though. People will ask bigger money. You've got to have really good eyes. You've got to spot these things. Next one. Excited to get this one. Never got it back in the day. If you don't have a bad attitude. Ooh, Mrs. Crusader. So again, it's the best case. It really is. You know what? They don't hold the bloody disc still. They don't. Not a mark on the disc. Manual's more than acceptable. And the case is in cracking condition. So happy to have that. And the very last game I've got to show you. I'd bet any of his good money I had this in my collection, because I did play this. So what I think I must have done is I must have traded this bad boy in at some point. And it's got a Virgin sticker on it. $39.99. You know, game prices have not really changed, have they? Not one little bit. Brilliant game from Blizzard. I thoroughly loved it. Warcraft 2: The Dark Saga. Let's check it. Slight little blemish. In fact, we'll put that down there. Manual, great condition. Love it. fantastic condition. So I've now added another. Should have topped this up before, shouldn't I? Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Sega Saturn games. I'm getting there. I'm starting to really get there. I think I'm nearly now over 100, which I'm really happy with. So I'm happy to get those added into the collection. And that's probably about it for me. I've probably gone on way longer than I was planning. But, right. I've waffled on long enough. Let me know, guys, how you doing as well. Are you still on furlough? Are you back in work? I was potentially looking at another month off, end of July. Boss man's phoned me today and said, look, do you want to come back in? Fucking do I? Looks like I'm going to get forced to take 2 weeks holiday in July, but I will get full pay. I'm not bothered about that. I need to get back into work. So I'm hoping I might be back in work mid-July, or at least the very end of July, and that's me gone. Because this weekend has been going on forever. So I'll be more than happy for myself to get back and get some... Oh my god, not stability, it's the wrong word. I've got no structure at the moment. I'm staying up really late at night and I'm getting up really late. In fact, believe it or not, today, this is I think my 14th week now, today was the very first day I actually got up before 7 o'clock. I've not been getting up to 10, 11 o'clock or later. Today I got up. Luckily I did. It's just, you can't see it. I'm sat on a great beanbag chair that turned up. The bugger turned up, quartered away. Quartered away! You having a laugh? Quartered away? Honestly. Right, go on. You lot bug off. Get on with what you need to be doing. I'll sit here and play a few more games. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I'll catch you all again. Take care.